reverse lunge is a great way to progress from doing a split squat and then regress from maybe doing a forward lunge, because you have that momentum taking you backwards and then you already have your weight in front of you a little bit, so it makes it a little bit easier to transfer your weight back to center. So I program reverse lunges all the time for anyone, even if they aren't doing split squats. It's a great move. But I showed in the demo with my dumbbells at my side, but you can also do this when in a rack position or in a goblet position with your dumbbells here, and of course body weight. And in my programs, I always specify what that looks like. But what you do is you start with your feet about hip width, making sure that you aren't too narrow. Your feet are about hip width or wider, and as you step back, make sure you're not going on a tightrope and you're like bringing one foot right behind the next. That doesn't give you a lot of stability. You actually step one foot back and behind you about hip width, bend both knees, making sure your weight is in your whole foot. So you're pushing through your big toe, pinky toe, and your heel while your knee is tracking over your foot. Everything stays into the ground. You push into that foot, bring yourself back to the standing position, and then go over to the other side, and same thing, you're back into your standing position. I love this because it adds that balance component going into single leg. I mentioned in the beginning, it's a good way to progress from a split squat. A split squat is when you have both feet down on the ground, so you don't have that movement aspect to it. So I love that reverse lunge to progress from there, but there's so many different ways to program it. In my workouts, I typically progress from a split squat when I'm doing it in the program.